Hello, you all come in, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that share button as I have my IS Global Debt Box. That's for decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology shirt on. Hope you all are having a wonderful day today. As you can tell, I'm a little stuffy, got a little cold. The weather dropped quickly, and I'm drinking my tea from my Starbucks. But did not live stream last night, so I decided to hit that go live button to bring you out some more informative news about what's going on. Crypto, right? The candles are showing that the God candle is forming, is showing that crypto may have hit its bottom at 16K and is on the upcrease of the up ticking of 30K for my BTC holders. We got Bitcoin that crossed the $23,000 price range today, $23,000. And I'm pretty sure that you have probably been at the gas pump. If not today, maybe you'll go tomorrow sometime. Maybe you went Tuesday. You are seeing the increased pricing of your gas prices as well, people. Please keep informed that economists, financial gurus, financial experts are predicting $4 a gallon gas prices by May in some areas. In fact, in Hawaii right now, in Hawaii, gas for regular in Hawaii is already $6.66 or 63 cents. I know it's a double six. The average gas price in Hawaii is $6.63 for regular gas. The lowest gas prices from what I've read right now is in Texas. So if you are from the Texas area, give me a shout out. Let me know what are your gas prices in the comments. And I'm also going to tell you some great news other than Bitcoin pumping at 23,000 about a cryptocurrency that I am personally invested in. Again, this is not about financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just share my story about since 2018. I have been studying this cryptocurrency market, studying this cryptocurrency world, studying the white papers, studying the light papers. And since 2018, have been faithfully live streaming. I changed from credit when I was further or used to be formerly known as the Queen of Credit to now the Crypto Queen or the Queen of Crypto, speaking to people about this crypto change that is coming, that we're transitioning from physical cash now to Fed coin, now to digital currency, what you cannot touch, but what you can only see in the digital currency world. You cannot touch it, you cannot feel it. It's like the wind, or if you are in a religious setting, it's like the Holy Spirit. You can only feel it and not touch it or see it by your natural eye. This is where we are headed as the United States has reached its debt ceiling, the highest ever. It's over 32 trillion with a T, $32 trillion in debt. In fact, Janet Yellen is proposing a $1 trillion platinum platinum coin to release the United States out of its debt. Now, you may ask the question, why a platinum coin? Why can't they print their own money and erase their own debts, right? If you had the power to create your own cash, why wouldn't you just create more cash? Because cash is not money. It has no intrinsic value. It is just a medium of exchange. It is just currency, right? Cash used to be money. It used to be silver certificate. It used to have on cash gold certificate redeemable for real money. And this has not changed in the Constitution at all because, as Plato says, in order for something to be deemed or defined as money, it must have intrinsic value. It must not be able to corrode or fade. And we know that cash has lost over 90% of its purchasing power since 1971, in which President Nixon removed the dollar from the gold standard, or being linked to gold, or being backed by gold, which is real money, because Spain was on its way in its warships. And I love to tell this story, right? I don't mind telling it again. Spain was on their way to the United States in its warships with bagfuls, boatloads or shiploads of United States cash, and said, we want our gold back. We want our real money, that which will continue to hold value. And the United States got wind of it, and President Nixon said, let me enforce this law. And when I was talking to a pawn shop dealer about this, I asked him, I said, why didn't they just fly over, right? They could have flew the cash over. They could have flew the money over, right? Greg Woods, come on, help me teach this king. Help me teach this. And he said, well, they could have flew over in their warships and got here faster, but they could not fly the gold back on the not warships, warplanes, I'm sorry, the aeropilot, the planes. He said they could not have flown the gold back. It was too heavy to fly back. So they was traveling by warships. And I was like, dang, okay. That makes sense. And so it took the trip longer through the warships. And President Nixon got wind and said, oh, they're coming to get their real money, the gold. I got to change the law. Therefore, the law was changed before Spain could get here. However, it was delayed since 1970. But guess what, people? From 1971 to 2023, that's exactly over 50 years. It may have been delayed, but it's definitely not denied, because BRICS now is together. It's not just Spain by themselves. In fact, I'm going to add an S for Spain, but I'm adding this. It's not what BRICS stand for. BRICS is for Brazil, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, and South Africa. But I'm going to add another S, 3S. I want to put Spain. I don't think Spain has forgot. United States have our goal. We want our money. As Deion Sanders would say, Coach Prime Time, Coach Deion Sanders would say, we coming. We coming. So these other countries saying, hey, no. Y'all can have y'all devaluating cash. That's why I don't understand. I do understand, but unfortunately, a lot of American citizens do not understand. I often have this conversation, or maybe a friendly debate on Facebook about why would anyone want a 401k right now, which is really a 201k, right? Over, let's see, how much, so I can be accurate for people that love the fact check. And I don't mind the fact checking. How much the stock market lost in 2022 alone? How much 2022? I say over 60 trillion. Someone fact checked me on that, and I don't think it was quite that high, but they definitely, right? Stock market crash, decline, and the recession, inflation up the highest it's been in over 40 years. I do know that. I did update my reading on that as well. But let's just say the stock market has lost a whole lot, right? Let's just say the stock market has lost a whole lot. I don't want to get too far off track. If you know, in the comment section, drop that. How much has the stock market lost? I've heard somewhere 60 trillion, but I'm not sure if that is accurately correct, but I know they lost a whole lot. In fact, the stock market, the 401ks, was created in the 1930s after the recession, because people did not trust the stock market anymore. And so they needed a way to get people to put their money back into Wall Street, back into stocks. And they said, oh, let's create a 401k, right? Let's create a 401k. Let's make it more user-friendly. A lot of people invest in 401ks in their job. They have no idea what stocks they're invested in. They make decisions by, growth, options like aggressive growth or less aggressive loss, but they don't know exactly what stocks, what what category that their money is investing in, right? Moderate, less risk, more aggressive risk. That's how they decide. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do moderate. I'm gonna do less risk. I'm gonna do more aggressive risk. This is about as much as they know. And then, and I'm guilty of this because when I was married, I'm divorced now. I would tell, because I have a pension, so that works differently. But I would tell my ex-husband, I would say, hey, your company matches your 401k dollar for dollar, so just let's max it out. I still don't think that was bad advice during that time, because the stock market, especially during Trump era, was just booming. But what I'm saying is take time to get educated as to exactly what type of portfolio mix that your money is going to, that you're working hard for, because most people actually retire and their money is inflated by then. This is why I don't like the concept of um, a private reserve account or cash value life insurance or IUL, because usually by the time that you qualify to pull that money out and to actually use it, it is so deflated due to inflation, right? The highest month of inflation was in June of last year at 9%. So if you have a private reserve account or a private account, a cash value IUL, whole life insurance that's only producing 8% dividend payouts annually on the year, you're not even beating 1 month of inflation. So the money that you're getting back is devalued money. So I'm going to show you all some deflationary stocks. And what I mean by deflationary is it works like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a deflationary, decentralized cryptocurrency, meaning that Bitcoin has a halving. In fact, Bitcoin is having a halving December of this year, right? And this is why people are getting into cryptos that's going to give them highest amount of return, because they understand that at $23,000 of Bitcoin, listen, I don't have enough money to afford one Bitcoin. Now less two. So it's best for me to get in cryptocurrencies that work like Bitcoin works and have the use cases like Bitcoin does. Because I didn't know about Bitcoin, right, when it was a penny. I didn't know about it when it was $100. I didn't even know about it when it was $1,000. But now that I may have let Bitcoin get too far out of my price range to really earn gains on it, let me get into decentralized, deflationary, blockchain, commodity-based cryptos that will perform and give me the highest percentage, the highest return on my investment, the same way the king of crypto, aka Bitcoin, does. So, King, I'm sorry, let's read this. The BERPS Arm Alliance is a nice backdoor for China logistically with the ports and helping countries such as Jamaica Rose. And let's not forget about Africa. Let's not forget about Africa, right? Let's not forget about Africa. Thank you, Jeff. I got two kings. Look at Jeremy. Jeremy on Graham on Facebook. Jeremy has, I know, profile picture. Jeremy, when you gonna change that profile pic, Jeremy? And Jeremy, you know what? I switched from credit in 2018 crypto. I want you to be the king of crypto with me. I want you to start getting on the road, and we have some conferences and workshops and getting together so we can do the king and queen of crypto as well. You can still be the king of credit. I kind of put my crown on the back shelf as far as credit repair, but we can definitely take the king and queen of crypto on the road. Jeremy, let me know what's up. You like that idea? And 400, Jeff. Let's go ahead. My reason for even knowing about this cryptocurrency, Mr. Jeff Trillionaire is on. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for hopping on, taking out some time. I want to go ahead while Jeff is talking about 443% up and show you all what Jeff Trills is talking about. Jeff called me on Thanksgiving. I was not feeling well at all. I was getting over the flu. Jeff called me and said, look, you're down in the bed. You're not around family. You have to isolate for 3 days. You got time to look at this. I need you to look at this, because other than that, I would not have looked at this. I'm like, nope. I'm in blue chip cryptocurrency. I'm in Bitcoin. I'm in Ethereum, I'm in XLM, I'm in Algo. Now I don't need it. Why do I need it? And Jeff pretty much had this conversation with me. He said, well, what does your portfolio look like today? Right? Thanksgiving of last year. I said, well, Jeff, to be honest with you, Bitcoin was at 69K. Now it's at 16. My portfolio is down 89%. He said, well, how much are you cash flowing? I said, oh, no, I don't cash flow now. I'm holding. I have hodl hands, right? I hodl. I said, I'm holding for the long term. And he said, well, what if you looked at this and you can get cryptocurrencies that have real use cases that are deemed commodity, just like you love Bitcoin. Jeff said, I'm not trying to take Bitcoin away from you, Queen. I said, please don't. Don't come tell me Bitcoin is a scam because I'm not going to believe it. He said, no. He said, but what I am trying to show you is some cryptos that have commodities backing, just like Bitcoin. And if you get in this right now, they are pennies on the dollar. And if you think your returns on Bitcoin is going to be great, which, to me, if you just not found out about crypto in 2018, if you're holding 5 Bitcoins, you're good. I'm not saying you're good for life. What I'm saying is you're in a great position. And that was me. He said, but he said, what about if you could get in some early projects that mine, just like crypto mines? I don't know if you all know this, but Bitcoin had to be mined into existence. This is what makes Bitcoin different from the other cryptos. This is what makes Bitcoin a true commodity crypto. This is what makes Bitcoin predicted to be a 6-figure digital gold value cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin had to be mined into existence. It did not have to have an ICO, which is initial coin offering. That means that you get people in to invest in the project before it becomes public, right? To raise funds to make the project successful, with the hopes that when it hits a public exchange like a Coinbase or BNB, that it increases the price and people get in at the ground floor level when it's like under a penny, when it has 3 zeros or 4 zeros. He said, what if I showed you some cryptos that have commodities, right? That have real use cases. And he said, I know you study the economy, Queen. So he said, what if I showed you a crypto that as gas prices increase, as again, economists who study the economy is predicting that by May, gas price is going to be at $4. Again, and Hawaii is already at $6.63. He said, what if I showed you a crypto that was linked, that was backed by natural gas prices, just like the dollar used to be linked and back to gold? Timothy says, I want to learn about cryptocurrency. Timothy, send me a text message, CC, to 331-444-5556. And I will definitely send you more information. Hello, Miss Howard. How are you? I hope you're having a great day today, right? Oh, thank you, Jess. I'm Queen of Crypto. I'm honored you picked up. And now we are here. We are here. We are definitely here. Hello. I'm sending everyone some digital love that's saying hello. And so he showed me this BGLD, this black gold crypto. He showed me this natural gas. I said, so Jeff, you mean to tell me that when I'm at the gas pump and my gas prices are rising, so will my portfolio? He said, yep, Queen, that's exactly what I'm telling you. I said, okay. And he went on to show me, right, the digital link gold. This is called debt. If you see my shirt, let me change. If you see my shirt, I have on the debt shirt. This is for, again, decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology, right? Decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology. Why that's important, people? Because you need to know what decentralized means. It means that no one can stop it, block it, or prevent you from sending it. That means, like, if you want to send a wire transfer to someone in Africa, for example, or Paris or China or Russia, right? Well, the banks can really block that transaction if they wanted to. This means no third party is involved. A commodity, when you think of commodity, I know you're probably saying, when I think of commodity, Queen, I'm thinking of things that come from the ground. I'm thinking of high yielding agriculture, right? I'm thinking about crops. I'm thinking about gold, things that are mined. I'm thinking about silver. I'm thinking about copper, right? So, how can crypto be a commodity? Well, I'm glad you asked. See, this cryptocurrency, right, and decentralized as well, means that it is fungible. It has no common issuer. All other tokens, besides these crypto tokens and Bitcoin, these are in the same asset column. They work exactly as Bitcoin, as far as its use cases goes. That anyone can download software, right, and you can mine a node. Anyone can download this software. So if you were mining or if you were harvesting crops in the earth realm, right? Or you was mining in the earth realm, digging for gold, digging for silver, digging for copper, looking for pearls, looking for diamonds in the oceans, right? In the water, mining for that. Well, the same concept, but in the digital realm. Now, this token, BEV, yes, that means beverage, is up 443% in 24 hours. I don't know if Jeremy is still on here from Facebook, but guess what, Jeremy? He's no longer in Mississippi, but he's from Mississippi. This is in collaboration with a beverage company, Liberty Beverage Company in Mississippi. That means that this collaboration, because they also collaborate with businesses, right? Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they are no longer, it's like Shark Tank, right? They're no longer buying businesses ideas. They are actually just buying businesses. It's much faster than buying a business idea and have to put together the foundation, the work, the collaboration, the concepts. If you already have a business in operation, right, it just makes sense. So this is my cash flow amount. This is what Jeff was bringing to my attention. He was like, you have money sitting in crypto, but you know, when people, and this is why I tell people, when people get cash flow negative or cash flow neutral, what do they do with their crypto? Well, they do one or two things. They either cash out and sell for capital gains. Well, you lose right there, because when you cash out and sell for capital gains, you just lost your opportunity to get the future gains. Let me say that again. When you cash out and sell for capital gains, you lose the opportunity of future gains. What do you mean by that, Queen? Well, I mean that, for example, if you bought Bitcoin at $3,000 and you cashed out at $10,000, you may be looking at $7,000 cash flow positive. Not really $7,000, because you're going to pay taxes on that capital gains. But when you sell for your profits, you also sell the coin with it. It's not like, oh, I bought one Bitcoin at $3,000, right? You put 3,000, you bought one Bitcoin. And when it reached 10,000, you want to cash out your 7,000, and you think, I'm keeping that one Bitcoin. No, when you cash out, you sell the coin too. The coin goes with it. The asset goes with it. That's why when people say, hey, Queen, I'm going to send you some money, sell your Bitcoin for me, and then you can replace. No, I can't replace that Bitcoin, because I may have got in at an entry level of $3,000 that I have $3,000 floor level of future gains to continue gain on that Bitcoin. But if I sell it and rebuy it at $23,000, then I lost my $3,000 position that I was holding. I hope that makes sense. And so this is why people that really know the future value, how high Bitcoin can go, it's going to surpass 69,000. When people really know how high these cryptos can go, they don't want to sell no matter what the price reflects. No matter what the price reset, once you know the value, you don't want to sell because you know it's going to get higher and higher and higher. So what you have to do is create cash flow and crypto at the same time. And that's what these cryptocurrencies are doing. Again, I want you all to have your gas price increase. Wherever you are, whatever state that you're in, are you seeing gas prices increase? So this is news on today. This token in the beverage industry with water. 70% of our bodies are made of water. People need water to survive and drink. In fact, 50 Cent became a multimillionaire from investing in the beverage industry with vitamin water, right? Energy drinks, carbon beer, carbonated wine, relaxation. Even the Bible says drink a little wine for the stomach's sake. And then I have this Grow cryptocurrency. Grow is up 3% today, but I want you all to look at NatG. That's abbreviated for natural gas, up 7.48%. Why? Why is that? Because gas prices for the month of January is up 10%. So this crypto moves right along with the increased gas prices. It's up. And people, guess what? You can come in at 0.00026%. You want to know how people dropped $100 in XRP and became millionaires when it hit over $1? It's because they got in when the zeros was behind the comma, right? Grow. This is high yielding agriculture. People are replacing pills for plant-based healing, right? And so they're getting things like sea moss, weed, hemp, cocoa beans. Grow has hemp backing, hemp products, replacing pills for plant-based healing and nourishment of your body. Weed, hemp, cocoa, which produces chocolate, which produces cocoa butter, cocoa plants, right? Mangroves help to reduce CO2 in the air, right? The carbon emissions. And this is high yielding agriculture. Then you have aluminum. Aluminum is a $5 billion industry right now with the companies that they are collaborating with, soon to be 10 billion this year. Aluminum is like silver and copper. It is at an all-time shortage globally, and these shortages will drive the prices up. And then these new projects, BEV, which is abbreviated for beverage, and blocks to my real estate people. Now, a lot of you all, let me dabble on real estate just a little bit. You know that you right now cannot afford a lot of real estate because the government is increasing the raising the basis point. It's going to be more expensive to invest in real estate. Even if you're leveraging credit for real estate, it's going to be more expensive. And so a lot of people cannot afford real estate right now because the Fed is raising the interest rate. They're making debt more expensive. But what about getting into real estate right now, people, that's on the crypto blockchain, that's in blockchain technology? Blockchain technology is technology that keeps a record of every transaction. Blockchain technology cannot be hacked. Bitcoin has never been hacked, right? Because it can't change the hacking information on the blocks, on the digital ledgers. So blocks or blockchain is just chains of record ledgers and transaction. Blockchain technology, people, right? This is where the money is. This is how you get cryptocurrency and real use cases, real world commodities simultaneously all at one. Out of all of these cryptocurrencies, my natural gas portfolio right now is the highest because I understand the assignment and I know where natural gas prices are headed to. In fact, people are seeing higher utility prices starting this month going into February. You're seeing higher utility prices, right? So, good news for those people who are in black gold, who are in natural gas, who are in digital link crypto, who are in beverage link cryptos with beverages, who are, because you are the biggest commodity. And again, our bodies is made up of 70% water. So we need to consume and drink water, right, on a daily basis. These people are getting in while these projects are pennies on the dollar because they study the economy and the market. And guess what? Oil prices are edging up as well. Oil was slightly suppressed because China was closed down because of its C-19 cases. Right now, China is opening back up. And speaking of China, now China says, hey, you know what? We want to replace XRP. We want to replace SWIFT system. They want an alternative to using XRP to link the global banks. And guess what? China has been working on this. This is not a pop-up for 2023. They've been working on this chain since 2014. So China-backed blockchain project proposes SWIFT alternatives to stable coins and CBDCs. This is cross-border payments, the functions that Bitcoin is supposed to do. And they want to create a system for international settlements with stable coins and state-issued digital cryptocurrencies. So they want to use these assets in foreign trade. This is also in collaboration with Switzerland and South China as well. And the future platform is called the Universal Digital Payments Network between two types of tokens. So the whole goal of this is to transact and settle in different digital currencies, meaning that the SWIFT network, which is what XRP and Ripple technology is aiming to replace. Just like SWIFT network is created the original common standard, common grounds for messaging between financial institutions, which we know as the Feds, right? Federal banks, that is, against different settlements. The UDPN will serve as the same purpose for emerging the CBDCs and stablecoins. So pay attention to that because, again, both Russia and China has been doing this, a greater system for SWIFT since 2014. This is not something new. So let's, pay even close attention to what happens with XRP. And, will that work with China replacing it? And if it did, now I'm not selling any of my XRP, but it's worth looking at because right now, China is the financial powerhouse. They have the alliances with the BRICS nation. They have the gold, the physical gold, more than the United States. It's been rumored that the United States does not even have gold at Fort Knox, right? And the country that has the gold and the exporting goods and services has the power. Also, other news today, Ford Motor Company. United States is not producing anything anymore. We're not producing. So we are desperately dependent upon the exporting of China and Russia for their commodities in other countries because of what's going on in our own economy. Ford is firing thousands of employees. In fact, there's 3,200 job cuts that Ford is firing, and they are positioning themselves to focus more on vehicles that switches to SUVs and all electric cars, right? So not only Ford, you have Chevy that has the EV in the name of Chevrolet, all looking to do everything that's more friendlier to the environment. If you all read the Bible, you're students of the Bible, Leviticus 25, it talks about a Jubilee year, a year of Jubilee, 50th year, in which God's land will rest. That God's land will rest. So they can't continue to mine and come up and destroy the earth realm and destroy looking for these commodities. They need a more efficient and better way. And these cryptocurrencies, the one that I showed you that's up 443%, actually has a technology that solves that problem, and it's called XPLR. Now I know that's similar to XPR. I mean, yeah, but it's not. It's XPLR. This technology, they have collaborated with Boeing, with Fleet, right? Technology with Google Earth Realm, and so that they can have space, lease out property in space, right? Lease out space in space. I'll say it that way, not property. Lease out space in space. And so, with this being said, people, with this being said, this technology helps find these commodities, right, in the earth realm in an eco-friendly way, which just simply means without destroying the earth. Everything now is a go green incentive. And it's not only just because the governments around the world globally are pushing it, but because this is biblical based as well. So when I say that these are deflationary, what I mean is just like Bitcoin, these cryptocurrencies have burns. They make them, it's about supply and demand. The less of a supply is out in circulation, just like Bitcoin, the demand goes higher. That's what's so special about these cryptocurrencies. Not only are they backed by God's wealth, but they are deflationary. They have a deflationary mechanism in place, just like Bitcoin. Only that you can come in and get a higher return, right, on the gains, and you can come in early if you miss the Bitcoin boat. But if you're like me, even if you came in late and you got it, then you got 5 Bitcoins, you don't mind getting more. Someone made a comment on Facebook that I don't want to, I want to get rich slow and easy wins the race. No, slow and easy doesn't. People, your number one asset is your time. How can slow and easy investing win the race? How can slow and investing does it when in 1 month in June inflation was at 9%? If you're only gaining 9% for the year, people, you're losing. You're not winning. You're losing that race. You have to double, triple, and get returns like this at 443% of inflation. And guess what? This is a global opportunity. It is not just confined to the United States. We are helping people in Ghana, in Africa, South Africa, India, right? Third world countries, as well as France and Paris. We're helping people all over the country, from the richest to the poorest, get into these commodity-backed cryptos, and we are helping people increase their cash flow and their cryptocurrency at the same time. I was sharing with my team how $100,000 investment when these natural gas was at $8 a day, right? $8 a day of giving out the cash flow portion, and at $100,000 investment, the person was cash flowing $30,000 a month. And this is passively, not residually. Residual income is when you have to continue to put your time and efforts and energy in building a business or renting out property. It consists of needing people. If you're in network marketing, residual income, you need people. You got to keep people. You have to make sure people are subscribed. You have to make sure they are continual paying for you to get that residual income, or you have to make sure that they are at a certain rate. Residual income in real estate means you have to have a tenant. You just don't want any tenant. You want a good paying tenant. You want a tenant with good credit score. You don't want a tenant that's going to trash up your home, or you trash up whatever you're renting out. So you have to screen for good tenants. People, this portfolio value, and I told you I just got in December, is already capped at $1 million plus, and this is my daily cash flow. $1,611, right? Or this is how much cash flow that I'm accumulating. So what would you do, people, if you could invest 100K and accumulate 30,000 passively, not residually, monthly? People are taking small percentage of their 401Ks and putting it over here and diversifying it because their 401K is losing money. The stock market is crashing. That's right, my friend. The grind does not stop. And if the grind doesn't stop, Mr. Robinson, then my money should stop. Passive income never stops. It works while you're sleeping. This digital software never stops mining. It never stops producing you more crypto passive income. It works 24/7, 365 days out of the year. Because my grind don't stop, no, but at some point I have to rest. Residual income will always have you running. Somebody quit, a tenant leaves, a tenant gets a new job, a tenant's relocating. You got to screen to find another tenant. Residual income is people-based. Passive income is profit-based. It's percentage-based. Let me say that again. Residual income is people-based. Passive income is percentage-based. And people, all you have to do is buy the software and it works for you. If you're working harder than your money, you are hustling backwards. Your money should be working harder for you than you work for it. Employ your money, hire your money, put your money to work. Now, Tesla is up. We see the 444, $144, 0.38%. And as a result, seems to be that, Bitcoin moves right along with Tesla. So Tesla get gains and Bitcoin is getting gains. So people prepare for this economy crash to be even worse. Again, $4 gas expected in July. In May, and in Hawaii it's already at $6.63. If you're in the West Coast, you're already probably seeing $4 gas. Hawaii is $6.63. Also, electricity bills, they're saying, are going to get higher. Prices will high for gas, furniture, electronics, clothes are slowing down, right? Expect it won't get much, cheaper anytime soon. Electricity prices, look at this. So you need to put your money, people, in something that outpaces inflation. Electricity prices could rise up as high as 10%, according to the director of the National Energy Assistance Director Association. So these economists are telling you if you research. So please tell me how slow and steady is going to win the race. It's not. People, if you're saving money, you're lucky if you get 1% from the banks, 3%. Cash value life insurance is a good concept if you're already wealthy, but it won't make you wealthy. There's other way to get tax-free income. All you have to do is qualify to take out a loan and invest in assets. It's other ways to protect your assets when you die. It's called creating a trust. Cash value life insurance made sense when cash was more valuable. But now the cash is losing its purchasing power, and it's becoming more and more devalued by the day due to inflation. Then how much sense does cash value life insurance or private reserve account or private IUL or whole life insurance policy make? It doesn't. The only time it makes sense if you have large lump sums of money to put up front. I'm helping everyday people become millionaires because they're getting in early, they're getting in the foundation, and they're getting in with cryptocurrencies that connected to commodities, things that's used in the real world every day. Even if electronic vehicles become more dominant, Ford lays off 3,200 workers and lay off to now focus on EV. We still use oil in electronic vehicles. You use oil when you touch a plastic bag or anything plastic. But more importantly, you use oil to produce and make fertilizer, which makes our food, our crops, our very life. See, natural gas, all that comes from the ground, and oil is made to make fertilizer. So we will never be away from not needing crude oil. Also, visit my website, right? I seen a post today on Facebook that said my tax return was so low that the preparer from H&R Block pulled the money out and said, here's your refund. Those tax returns are getting lower and lower because child tax credit decreased. A lot of the credits you had, a lot of people claim them up front. So for a lot of people, they're going to be missing $3,000 to $5,000 less. You can go to the website, pick up 470 tax deductions, get an instant pay raise 24 hours out of your paycheck to help you keep up with inflation and have enough money to invest. That's millingmoves.com. And I also believe in having tangible silver on hand as well, because silver is used also for a green economy. It's an industrial use and money, which means you can exchange it for food if need be, right? Or you can resell it back into the marketplace because they're going to need it to make these electronic vehicles. The shortage is going to drive the price up, and during a bull run, it outperforms gold. And guess what? It's cheaper than gold right now to invest in, under $40, right? And it gives you a higher return on your investment because they're going to be used in Tesla, electronic vehicles, RFID chips, 5G Wi-Fi, phone batteries, what else? Catalytic converters, calculators, etc., etc. And all of this crypto technology that's going to be pushed. They also have these silver coins that are have crypto and Queen Elizabeth coin. You definitely want to get that as well as a commodity piece. No more money. Much money is going to be made with the Queen's portrait. They now have King Charles on there. So her money is going to be more valuable. They also have pure silver 0.999 and 0.9999. So go to millingmoves.com. This is Shiba Inu. This is Dogecoin. Of course, I got the silver, the crypto commodities with the cryptos on there as well. But I do have some other non-crypto silver. This is another Queen Elizabeth. I got a lot of the Queen silver due to her death last year. I knew anything with her portrait will be double value. So you can find that at millingmoves.com. And if you need more money out your paycheck, or if you just need more tax write-offs for 2023, you're a small business owner, 1099 independent contractor, because people are overpaying in taxes, they don't have no money to invest. You get the most tax deduction through a home-based business. But to get into these cryptos, right, that are backed by commodities, that's up 443% in 24 hours. Text CC to 331-444-5556. Or if you're on Facebook, I see a lot of Facebook people, you can send me a direct message, CC on Facebook, and I'll get you started so your money can just triple outpace, quadruple outpace, right? 443% inflation outpace the economy and shift your cash into commodities, where if you don't do that, your cash is going to continue to be devalued versus being deflationary. Hey, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube. Also, take time, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or any other platform, to hit the thumbs up. If you're watching on Twitter, pump those hearts, leave a heart, show some digital love. Thank you all for tuning in. And our people, let's prepare right now for the greatest wealth transfer that this economy, that this generation has ever experienced. Put your cash into income producing assets if you want to be prepared and if you want to reach prosperity. All right, you all. Queen out.